Hello, everyone. This is Gwydion. I wanted to show you something today I've been working on. I've been on a Vaesen kick. Really love the game and been reading all the books. And I'm actually looking forward to playing it in a number of different virtual tabletops, Fantasy Grounds. I have all the content there. So many of you know me from Fantasy Grounds and the forums there and the audio work that I try to do to help folks. Um, but I also came across Alchemy RPG about a year ago. I think it's been that long. And I was very intrigued by it. I backed one of their Kickstarters, which was a 5e campaign called The Lost Druid. I'd encourage you to check that out. But it's a little hard to describe what Alchemy RPG is. It's not a tactical VTT, I guess, as I think of Fantasy Grounds and Foundry and others. It's a much more visual experience. So if you get to their splash page, which is alchemyrpg.com, which is where I am, you can see it and see a little bit about what they do. Most of it at the moment is 5e based, but they are definitely coming out with system agnostic support. And they've already talked about some work they're doing with Free League, which is awesome. So I'm on an incognito page because I do already have a subscription, but this just shows kind of what you'll get if you go to the website, what you'll see. So this is kind of the visual experience. Very cool backgrounds that you can put in. You can also have motion animated scenes, which is very cool. So you can sign up now, free account. You can actually have basically all the functionality. Just limits you to things like how many universes you can create, characters, etc. But you can kind of see how it's much more focused on the visual aspect. You can even see like the combat tracker party is kind of part of the overall scene background. You have scenes you can click through. You can create your own content, which is what I'm going to show. There's also kind of a cool Foundry box, which I did participate in. At the $100, gives you discounts on subscriptions, gives you content that's already available on the marketplace, and I just thought it was cool and I wanted to support them. There also will, and I'm really excited about this, be a way to stream directly from the application. Right now, it says it's coming late 2022, but you'll have cameras, it looks like, on the bottom, and literally have a way to stream without even, as I understand it, having to use OBS or anything like that. There's also a really unique feature that you can actually activate right now, which is called spectator mode. So you can actually, I keep saying actually, you can share your live game with people and have them be able to come in and watch. Now, right now, I think all they can do is log in and kind of watch events unfold. In the future, I believe they'll be able to actually chat and interact with you, which is super cool. There's also content that I'll show you a bit when we get into what I created. So the main reason I wanted to show this to you is I wanted to show you what I've done for Vaesen. So this is my kind of my subscribed account. So this is kind of a full blown account. So when you first get here, the main page for me is, I think it's this homepage here, and you can see the games that I have open. You can even see some of the live games. So we could click on these and actually view, and you can see there's 5 other private games that aren't being shared. So you have to actively decide to share yours. Let's go to the library briefly. So these are my games, and I have an unlimited number of games that I can be a part of, given I do subscribe. I think you're limited to 3 or 5 right now if you don't. And there's other items up here as you create characters. Again, right now the character creation is just 5e, so I won't go through that. You can upload books. You can see I was on a Shadow of the Demon Lord kick, so you can upload PDFs. So these are all in my library, if you will. And then you can upload media like images and audio, which is really cool. And I'll show you a bit of how the audio works. There's a marketplace. So as that loads, take a second. You can see that it has like Ruins of Cimberum. Now, all of this right now is still 5e. And there's a lot of different things you can purchase on the marketplace right now. A lot of like RPG art, a lot of animated scenes. Some of them are rules though, like the Bestiary and Game Master Guide for Cimberum. And they have announced that they're going to have system agnostic support, which I'm really excited about. So again, they're getting a pretty good population here. So let's go to content universes. So mine is going to be populated because I own all this content as part of the Founders box for the most part. But then you can see I created this universe called Vaesen for my players. So if I go in here and edit, you can kind of see how it was set up. I called it obviously Vaesen. I can also upload a visual. So that's where I got the background image. And I created just a quick logo name in using GIMP. So I just kind of used the text editor there and dropped it in here. And then there's a sharing. So I'm sharing with a number of people I know so they can kind of check out what I've done. So if I click on this, you can see right now I only have a player's guide. I can add other modules, like if I wanted a Game Master module, but right now the sharing is at the universe level. So like I couldn't restrict to my players. If I created a GM guide and put it here, if I shared the universe with them, they'd right now have access to everything, but I'm sure over time they'll restrict this so that you can share hopefully by module. So you can see I've actually created all of what I'm going to include for the player's guide for Vaesen. So you can add characters, items, spells, scenes, but for now I'll just show you what the articles look like. So let's click on one of these. So you can see it's got a cool background image, and some of this, I've added images, and if I click up here on the three dots and edit, then you can kind of see it does accept Markdown. So you can see some of the Markdown I've done in here. You can see you can change the header. So like what article visual shows up when you first open it, and then it goes into the background. You can also select an audio track. I'll show you that in the next one. But for now, it's pretty cool that you can add different audio tracks. So let me go back to done. And then you can click up here. This is a little, I'm sure they'll work on this, but right now you can click back on the Vaesen to go to the main page. So let's go to your player character. There's a lot in that. So after this loads up here, you'll see there's a little play button. So let me click on play. And I know you're hearing that now, but that's kind of the background audio that I included in this. So you can pause it and stop it if that gets to be too much. But as you scroll down here, you can see there's a lot of different types of formatting and font types that you can include, or more formatting, I should say, for Markdown tables and the like. As you scroll down, you can see what the tables look like. Hopefully there'll be ways to search in the future, but it's pretty cool as you scroll down. I mean, I have, again, all the tables in here. I'd love these to be rollable at some point. And they do have a dice functionality in their games. But for now, here are all the different archetypes. So I've got the academic, and I've got the images. So all of the different archetypes are in here. And basically, you can create a lot of really awesome content. You see how I have this headquarters in the background, then I have the images embedded. I've got this all in italics, and then I've got kind of subheadings in here corresponding to the book. So pretty cool. And actually, let me go back for a second, and I'll go to your player characters. And if I click on edit and I scroll all the way down, this one's a big chapter. You can see all the images I've added, and you can download, and then you can click on add audio here or primary audio track. So if I go for a minute to my second account, so I'll click on, so this is a second free account I set up. So I'm already logged in, but if I go to content universes, you can see in this case, I've only got the 5th edition, but here I have the Vaesen, and I'm only a viewer in this one. So if I click on this is what my players will see. So pretty nice visual, right? I mean, they can see all of these sections. So if they want to go directly to creating a character, they can go here. If they want to understand more about, let's say, skills, they can click on skills, and you can see up here, it shows Gwydion's viewing, but a really nice, clean layout. It's a really easy way for people to kind of prep before the game. They can see all the tables, chances of success, really the entire guide I put in here. And it took me a while, but over a matter of a couple days, I got it all done. So you can see kind of the different skills in here. And then if I click up here and back into, say, talents, I will scroll down here. And then, so the talents I kind of set up just specific. I tried to format them in a way that made sense. So I'll be interested as my players get into it, what they think. But I tried to really distinguish between the different talents. And then one other thing I would show, I think it's in the Mythic North, maybe. No, it's in Society and Headquarters, I think. This is where you can build out your headquarters. So I did not include some of the, like the Vaesen in here, those chapters, because that's specific to the Game Master. So again, you have all the images, really cool. And what I wanted to show, I know I'm scrolling relatively fast. So like facilities, I kind of included all, tried to, again, format it to show like what you can upgrade. So you can see the armory here, you can see the italics, and then a text box with some of the other relevant information. So that's it. Really excited about running a game as they get support for the system agnostic. I'm really excited about trying to put Vaesen in here and have more of a visual experience. So I'm sure I'll be running games in different VTTs, but for now, I just wanted to show this off in AlchemyRPG. So I hope you found this video useful, and check it out. Again, it's app.alchemyrpg.com. Thanks, everyone.